The following preview has been approved for children, all audiences. Motion Picture Association.
Have children.
When are you having children? Rated R. Children audiences. Watch them.
Don't try that again.
Unless the trial ends appear, and it was so.
Pick it out. Top to bottom.
Philip Blake.
Mind riding with me?
Blake. You're supposed to be dead. You're supposed to be buried. Take it off, Don Juan. I want to look at your remarks.
Hello, everyone. And what are we recording? Camera B2?
Yes.
Okay,
B
and that's recording?
yeah, camera A also.
Is it a blinking red light or a solid red light?
It's a solid.
Okay. Okay, good. I trust you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the behind-the-scenes director's commentary of my latest short film, Cinephilia, a love story. I'm Sam, the director, lead actor, editor, and all-around Renaissance man. I consider myself a writer, first and foremost, although I prefer the term écrivain, which is French for writer. I've always enjoyed cinema. My favorite film of all time is Agnes Varda's Le Pointe Courte. It's a brilliant film, and I'm very much looking forward to watching all of it one day. I've always been telling stories, making films. Even as young as 2 years old, I remember I was outside and I took my father's phone and I accidentally recorded a video. And it's not great. It's not even in focus, really. But there's potential there. My first true short film was experimental. Some use the term art house. It told the story of an orphan drug dealer trying to put himself through college, all while battling mental illness. He's dealing with all this conflict, all while trying to provide for his little sister, who feels it's necessary to sell her own kidneys just to pay the electricity bill.
But we need the money.
I can't let you go sell your kidney. In the end, the main character, played by me, succumbs to his demons and overdoses on marijuana. It was powerful. And the film itself actually was considered for awards. I really enjoy acting, actually. I was recently in my friend Gabriel's short film, The Last Meal, where I played a chef, and a woman from his past visits him seeking revenge for her brother's death. I'm proud of my performance in that one. Yeah. The climax was the most difficult scene of my entire career, really. There's a scene where I have to be shot at the dinner table. And I have to react to the gunshot and press the squib on my shoulder, drain the blood on my costume a certain way, deliver lines, lean forward, deliver more lines, stand up, exit the scene. And we only had one take to get this all right. So beforehand, I set up a little acting ritual to get me into the headspace, to put me in the shoes of what the character was feeling.
The 7 doors, take 1.
I had the first AD come over and read a personal letter I had written to myself to help stir up the negative thoughts.
Focus. Ungin, right?
Not
yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
We speeding?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. Can you come over here? Yeah.
Sam, do you really think you were happier as a child? Drawing in your room, sketching the toys you wanted but couldn't afford? No. You just didn't want to burden your busy parents by asking for something. They would have been thrilled to see you get those. Why is it so uncomfortable for you to be loved? You will find your wife, and it will end. She will realize time spent with you is a bad investment. If you keep leaving conversations as quickly as you enter, it will end either in old age leaving one of you to stumble through the next couple years aimlessly, reaching for 2 plates instead of 1 until you remember. Or it'll end in the company of a stranger in a bar who says the words you might want to hear that night. Of all the emotions, sadness, fear, disgust, anger, surprise, happiness is what you'll be chasing, and you will not only feel it for a fraction of your lifetime. It's time you admit, Van Helsing is a terrible movie.
Then I had my personal production assistant come over and rub onions underneath my nostrils and eyes to stimulate the tears. Onions.
Okay, don't do that though.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Lastly, I had my actor friend Hugo come over and punch me a bunch of times in the solar plexus so that I had the physical pain I needed to react to, emulating the gunshot.
Sweet. Hugo. Okay. Now you're going to have to do it harder this time. Close your eyes. The breathing. Heat. You're going to feel heat in the nose. But when you open your eyes, open after the heat. Just open them slowly. Whenever you blink, you lose. Close them. Take a deep breath. Slowly. Again. I think we might need one more. Yeah, I always have. Again. Nose. Slowly.
Okay. Alright, focus set.
I get the job done. I directed a new film about a year ago. It was my sophomore debut, Cinephilia. I'm assuming you've already seen it since you're watching this commentary. This was my most ambitious project yet. Before I even started writing the story, I knew I wanted to open with a dream sequence. Something trippy, something Lynchian. Even Andersonian, because we did include a symmetrical shot. Now, the challenge with dream sequences is the reveal, the fake out. Audiences don't respond well to scenes that they think are part of the story, but are actually revealed to be visions or dreams. It's a cheap writing device. So I wanted it to be clear that this is a dream, right? But then the problem is the audience is watching this thinking, oh, what does this mean? What is this foreshadow? What does this reveal about the character? And I'm all about subverting expectations, to borrow a phrase coined by Ryan Johnson. And our first surprise, this dream sequence means nothing. All the reproductive imagery and the trippy visuals and the movie references, all of that is all in there just because I thought it looked cool.
Brown.
Won't help you out.
Hello?
My dad sure would love his World War II flicks. Tom Hanks in a submarine. Tom Hanks in a tank. I thought they were boring. I thought my dad was boring. But I get him now. Not that I ever admit that to his face. He thinks my generation's soft. You know what? That's a good point. You go far back, you realize storytelling's about survival. Cave painting told us this is how we hunt a saber-toothed tiger. And this is how a tribe died eating red berries. Stories let you know how to survive. What are we trying to survive nowadays? Room temperature coffee? Nah, I got big dreams. I'm gonna give you a story worth telling. Hello? Hello? Hello.
Fitness is very important to me, although my usual workout regimen is a little more intensive than just push-ups on a bed. I work out my whole body every time, none of this like leg day, arm day stuff. My go-tos are forearm curls, gets those veins popping. It's actually a full body exercise as long as you flex the whole time. Squat jumps gives you that explosive power in your thighs. Just a few reps of those will have you sore for days. And I always finish up my workouts with 30 minutes of bear crawls. It exercises everything. Forearms, core, everything. At this point, I can actually run faster on all fours than I can on my feet. Although I would recommend you wear gloves for that. You have to admit that was a cool transition. Shooting a scene where an actor is eating is actually a little more difficult than you might think. If you're shooting multiple takes, you don't want the actor eating all that food. So in most shows, they will cut right before the food goes in their mouth, or they'll have someone on hand with a spit bucket nearby. So for this scene, I had my director friend Alejandro come over and hold the spit bucket just off camera. And it's a really good thing I did too, because this one shot ended up requiring 84 different takes. If you're not careful, music can be the most expensive part of your production. I use royalty-free music whenever I get the chance, and you can find good stuff, like this beautiful piano piece. I attempted to compose the soundtrack to Cinephilia myself, but... I know my limits. And I'm musically inclined. I play piano and guitar, but I recognize that I maybe should take a class in music theory before I can consider myself an expert.
Hey, good morning guys. How was the food today?
Real good.
Now this scene was tricky because I wanted to show my character's full daily routine, him waking up, getting dressed, going to work. I figured that would be a good place to start a story. But there's a policy against cameras at my real job, and I didn't want to rent a whole venue, a whole restaurant just to film those scenes. So I just dressed up and I went to a restaurant and I pretended to work there for an hour. I had my camera guy leaning out of a car, filming from a distance so as not to alert anyone. It's guerrilla filmmaking. You have to get creative with it.
Can I get those out of the way for you? Are we still working on it?
This little tower back here, the cover keeps flying off.
Yes, ma'am.
So y'all make
The cover. Oh, okay. I'll.
down there now.
Oh, my bad. I'll take care of that for you. Let's take a look. Yikes. I'll be right back with the toolkit. I'll take care of it. Hey, I'm sorry. This one keeps coming off. It's like the third time it's happened now. See, it's supposed to be attached there. We're exposing the propane tank. See, it's not quite attached. Can we grab the toolkit? Oh, it's in the back. Oh, this keeps coming off.
Yeah.
We're exposing the propane tank.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yes,
so
sir.
he works for another restaurant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no
so
worries.
that's a
Yeah,
complete separate.
that's my bad. Yeah, sorry about that.
We'll get the switch.
Sure thing. Oh yeah, you go for it. I'll go around. It's all yours. Yeah. You're on.
What's up? What are you doing right now?
Just getting off work.
You want to watch something?
I'm not in the right headspace for a film right now.
So you don't want to come by?
And so I'm thinking for the final shot, we see him sleeping and waking up, and we see his nightstand. And on the nightstand is the wedding ring and the wristband. And he reaches for that wedding ring, but he grabs a wristband instead.
And then what?
And then we cut to black.
So he doesn't learn anything?
Yeah, well, it's like a short film, you know, so there's only so many, there's a script economy. There's certain amount of pages and minutes that you can...
I know I'm just an actor, okay? So I'm coming at this from an actor's perspective. But it sounds paint by numbers, man. The whole cheating spouse thing, it doesn't ring true. Like, you never be married.
It's fiction. I'm a writer.
And you said it in the Philippines.
I wanted to show poverty as a theme, and there's...
You could show something more personal.
Like what?
Like a difficult time in your life. Something with conflict.
I failed personal finance. That professor did not like me. Maybe I could do like a whiplash thing?
That was a good transition, wasn't it?
This is a bad angle, isn't it? And shouldn't I stand here? Rule of thirds and all that. I'm sure you, the filmmaker, is criticizing me. But you know what? This doesn't have to be perfect. What separates successful movie makers from the amateurs is actually making the movies. Everybody has ideas for movies. My dentist has a screenplay. Is he going out and filming? I want to help you. Ask any actor, animator, special effect artist, and they'll say filmmaking is blood, sweat, That's what you have to give. Cut!
Hey, Mom, how's it going?
I'm just watching Longmire.
Yeah, that's great. Can I come by tonight? I've got another stalker. Stalking is a mostly male-dominated hobby, and while it gets a bad reputation, understandably, there's a lot of psychos out there. I think it can be worthwhile just as long as both parties consent. I remember a while back I was with one of my love interests, and we're sitting on the couch watching the show You on Netflix. Not my cup of tea, but I will always try and find something to appreciate about a show I'm watching. And for this one, it was the set design. And in the show, this girl sees the main character, Joe, hiding in her house, stalking her because he's obsessed with her. He's in love. And my love interest, she says, I wish someone cared about me that much. And it made me realize that I hadn't been paying her enough attention. So I took the week off work and I just follow her around. I would sit in the car with my binoculars from a distance. She'd go to work. I would sit there for the full 8 hours. And it ended up being exactly what our relationship needed. She eventually lost interest in the stalking once she got back on her mood stabilizers. I don't know. A part of me misses it. Personally, I don't mind being stalked as long as I find my stalker attractive. I'll be out walking my dogs and I'll see an ex-girlfriend slowly drive by my place and I'll think, oh, she hasn't moved on yet. And it's a nice little ego boost. I know others feel the same way. Can it even really be considered stalking if I'm 6'3"?
Motion detected. Back porch.
Hey, Mom.
Door.
You have another stalker?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Motion
I don't know. They were wearing a mask.
Who is it?
It could be Michelle again. It could be
Motion
this crazy criminal
detected.
psych major I went out with last week.
What was her name?
I don't remember.
Motion detected.
Why is he doing that?
Door.
They installed it yesterday, and it's been doing that, and I can't fix
detected.
Yeah, you have the motion
door.
detection notifications turned on for inside, so I'm gonna turn those off.
Oh, that's much better.
Yeah, I don't know how you could stand that.
I just listened to
Motion
my...
detected. Back porch.
Do not grab that knife! That's Stuart. He just moved in next door. Hi, Stuart. He's got a daughter your age.
I'm sure she's very nice, but no. Okay, Mom, knocking's not gonna do anything if you're just gonna walk right in.
I know. I'm just checking on you. I'm sorry.
It's okay, I'm fine.
You found Woof Woof.
Yep.
You look sad. We can file a police report.
Yeah, I don't care about that. She can stalk me. It's fine.
It's not fine with me.
Mom, do you really think I can make it in film as a writer?
Of course. I've always told you yes. When you were a little boy, that's all you would talk about.
I know I have the passion and the talent, that's a given. But I have so many ideas for my next film, and none of them are really striking me. I don't want to make something bad.
It's okay if you do. You're still in that learning phase.
I think I've learned enough. I think I'm ready to move to LA.
And when you do, take Woof Woof with you. He missed you.
Stories are powerful. What is history itself, if not stories persevering? What are human beings, if not agathocacological conglomerations of stories? Stories, like words, like language, does not have inherent meaning. We imbue them with meaning based on our context, our beliefs, the world we grew up in, our views. And yet every story, I would argue, in some way, is an exercise in empathy. We can come to sympathize with or relate to or maybe just understand a character that is different than us, and that is how we find meaning. Take this little guy for example. He's just stuffing stitches in a couple glass eyes. It's a couple dollars. It's an object. But to me, he's a story. And I empathize with him, even though he's fictional. He was a gift from when I was a kid in the hospital on what I thought could have been my deathbed. And I was a smart kid, but I was doped up on painkillers, and I thought he was a dog, so I named him Woof Woof, after the sound a dog makes, woof woof. He's been there for me throughout the years, comforting me, sometimes by letting me hug him, and other times by letting me throw him against the wall. And I got embarrassed of him after a certain point. I locked him up in my closet, but he never forgot about me. It was Frank Capra, a legendary director, who said, and I'm paraphrasing, no person has ever had the power of a filmmaker. No president, no king, no general, no sultan. The power to speak to hundreds of millions of people alone.
Oh god.
Dude.
Do you have an extinguisher or something?
Yeah, it's in the laundry room. We don't need it. Dude.
What are you doing?
Oh my god.
Well, you got it.
Hey, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
We survived, huh?
Wow. Oh. Dude. Did that make you uncomfortable? I hope so. You see, real art should be uncomfortable. I wonder, did you flinch? Did you feel your heart drop? Over what, stuffing stitches in a couple glass eyes? You only cared about Woof Woof because of what he meant to me, because of the meaning I imbued him with. And that is the power of story.
I don't know, it just feels weird, like, of all the directors, Netflix gives the profile picture to him. You know, it's like, Christopher Nolan is right there. Anyway, I'm so glad we finally get to do this.
We matched 2 days ago. Are you thinking of a different girl?
No, it feels like longer.
Oh, okay. You're super hot. How do you get your hair this perfect?
Do you ever feel like there's more to life than movies?
Yes. There's this one that I want to go see. Oh, what was it? The scary one? Maybe we could go see it together. If I get scared, you can hold
I'll
me.
watch it with you on one condition.
What's that?
Stay quiet for 60 seconds.
Why?
Guess we're not watching it then. I cannot go to the theater with just anybody. Most people I know have terrible movie watching etiquette. Okay, do me a favor. We're gonna do a little exercise. Just roll with me on this. Go ahead and close your eyes and envision a black curtain, and projected onto the curtain are the words in a white text. What is wrong with you? If you kept your eyes open, you have my respect. And if you closed them, what is wrong with you? Film is a visual medium. You need to have your eyes open to see it. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one that gives cinema the respect it deserves. When I attend a theater, I arrive an hour early. I immediately put in eye drops. On average, people blink 15 to 20 times per second. So during a 2-hour movie, you're blinking 2,400 times. And we blink 1/10 of a second, or 100 milliseconds. It can even last up to 400 milliseconds. So at the very least, you're missing 4 minutes of a 2-hour movie just by blinking. With eye drops and sheer willpower, I can get that down to about 20 seconds. I don't stop there. I put on a sleep mask and I have a trusted friend guide me into the theater so that my eyes are well rested for when the film begins. And when I take that mask off, I'm like a newborn baby, seeing light for the first time. Nobody else does this. It's just me. Everybody else takes film for granted. I've had women try and kiss me during movies. I've had friends go to the bathroom with Kurosawa on the screen, and you know what I see them doing in there? They're on their phone. You watch the equivalent of 3 movies a day scrolling through 7-second videos on your phone, and it fried your attention span so badly you can't appreciate true art. Tarkovsky spent years of his short life elaborately crafting The Mirror, a beautiful memoir piece about childhood impressions, parental neglect, Soviet nationalism, poetry. And you would rather be like, Baba Booey, yum, ice cream so good. And I'm crazy!
I don't think they ever topped Ratatouille, Pixar.
No, not ever.
I think they came close one time with Bao, the short. Did you see that one?
Oh, I loved Bao.
That was a really good one. What kinds of movies do you like?
I like action, romance, comedy.
Yeah, I like all kinds. I don't limit myself by genre. I mainly follow artists that I love and admire. We could watch my movie if you wanted to.
We could.
Yeah, I'll pull it out for you. Did you catch the metaphor there?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not really supposed to yet.
Maybe it was something else. But it was so good.
Oh, you liked it?
You're really talented. Yeah, it reminds me and my sister would make these movies with just silly things, and I would edit them on iMovie, and she'd always say, "You're the director and I'm the star." This was way back, and when she passed away, I showed one of them at her service because they asked me to do a eulogy, and I couldn't get up there, and my aunt wasn't happy because we filmed her and she hated how she looked in it because we made her the bad guy. But I thought, I don't know, I miss doing those things.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I want you to know that I think you're an incredible and brave woman.
This brilliantly delivered monologue by Megan here exists solely because in every story I tell, I make a concerted effort to pass the Bechdel test. For the unaware, the Bechdel test is the measure by which one determines how sexist a story is. And in order to pass it, you need to have one scene where 2 or more female characters have a conversation that is not about men. I did bend the rules a little bit by having the dialogue between the 2 sisters about how you're the director and I'm the star happen in the past, off screen, but it still counts. You'd be surprised how many movies fail the Bechdel test. Breakfast at Tiffany's, the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy, 12 Angry Men. Writing female characters is difficult for any man. Many of us don't realize that we're actually full of unconscious biases toward women. And I believe that every man at some point should undertake a journey, a pilgrimage, in order to cleanse themselves of these biases. For me, I borrowed the structure of the 12-step program for recovery, which is usually used to help people recover from substance abuse. But in my case, the substance I was abusing was women. I reprogrammed myself to love women by waking up early every morning, meditating, and listening to female positive affirmations.
Women are good drivers.
Women are good drivers.
Women always calmly and clearly articulate their feelings.
Women. And after I changed the way I thought about women, I then went out and I made amends.
Hey, excuse me guys, I'm sorry to bother you. I wanted to give you some of these.
Thank you for
Just to, I am doing like a recovery kind of program. I'm recovering from like the ways I used to treat women, and this is part of making amends, trying to recover from all that.
Stop,
Well,
stop, sorry.
yeah, you can have this, like,
He's gay, so it's okay.
this one, there you go.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, I just want to let you know I appreciate you and I value your femininity and your role within society. And yeah, I wish you all the best. And you guys don't have to forgive me or anything, but
I forgive you.
you forgive me?
I forgive you. Yeah, for everything you've done.
And just you? I mean, that's okay. I wish you the best.
Cowboy.
Yeah. What's up? You want to smell?
Are they for the girls?
Yeah.
It's for
Pretty
girls.
much. Yeah.
Did you give her one for the wrist?
It's for girls only.
Yeah,
How do you go chest
Wait,
hair?
how many?
You get
What's
a
up?
Rizzy? You
Huh?
get a Rizzy right now?
What do you mean?
It means like you have good game. How many
Bro,
numbers have
okay,
you gotten today?
do you, are you like the voice actor
not
from
about the
National
numbers.
Geographic?
Oh, it's just about
their
the
heart. It's about the heart.
Yeah, it's about doing the right thing, becoming a better person.
Hey.
3,
Women on me,
2,
women on
1.
me.
Women. I love women.
Yeah.
There you go.
And sure, I freed myself of my sexist ways, but that only taught me how not to treat women, not how to treat them. So I went and I sought the advice of a relationship counselor. I called dozens of them, and the one I heard back from was very kind to let me interview her. Dr. Mrs. Thompson was very wise, and she gave me a lot of great advice on how to treat women, particularly on first dates. Apparently, I had been doing things all wrong. But treating women well is a skill, like chess. And like any skill, you need to practice it. So I hit up hundreds of females on dating apps to see who would be willing to go out on a date with me, and a camera crew. But the camera crew, they don't talk. They're just flies on a wall. So it's really just me and them. Hello, Carly. What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't watch a ton of scary movies, but probably Oculus.
Mike Flanagan. Nice choice. Have you seen Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed?
Yes, I have. I didn't even think of that one. Way better than Oculus. Raja Gosnell is so underrated.
You just Googled Scooby-Doo 2 director, didn't you?
I obviously knew that off the top of my head. I guess you just don't know any women interested in film.
Oh, I take it back. I guess you're a big fan of Beverly Hills Chihuahua? Probably the peak of the Raja Gosnell filmography.
And Never Been Kissed. And Miss Doubtfire.
Chris Columbus directed Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh, you were looking at his editing credits on IMDb. If we went on a date, would you mind if a camera crew followed us around? I ended up not being able to use the footage of every date, but the two I did ended up being a valuable case study in how to treat women the correct consensual way. I hope you find it informative. Why don't you go ahead and tell me your name and a little about what you do?
Yeah, my name is Clara Thompson. I am a relationships counselor, and I have been for the last 12 years or so.
So walk me through the best practices for a first date. Safety is important. What steps should a man take to make a woman feel comfortable when meeting for the first time?
We live in the world of online dating and Tinder, and I think sometimes it can be hard to gauge safety if you're just meeting somebody at a bar rather than just looking at their photo. So if you're gonna set a first date and you met online, I think it would be good to maybe do a FaceTime, and so you can see who's actually that person. I think sometimes it's easier to get a gauge of someone when you hear their voice and listening to them talk and kind of thinking, oh, maybe this is a person I want to go out on a first date with.
hoping she picks up. Is it weird to hold it at like a higher angle for FaceTime? Okay, I'll do that. It looks better. So. You know, she might just be on her way, so hoping she shows up. Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Yeah.
Returning.
What was that?
I'm returning your call, but I guess you're calling to tell me that you're on the way.
I just made it. So.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you're on your way still, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I know it's a good idea to call beforehand, so.
Of course, I appreciate that. It's very gentlemanlike.
Thank you. How should I dress?
I mean, again, that depends on, a lot of that depends on your personality and what you like. If you're dressing for someone else, that's establishing that you're having to try to be somebody else you're not. And so if you dress the way that you feel good about yourself and you're just bringing your whole self into that moment, being present is important.
What do you consider inviting and comfortable body language?
I think having an open stance. So if you're making eye contact, if you maybe if someone lightly touches each other, just letting them know, hey, like, is this a safe thing to do?
So touching is okay?
I think it depends on the people. Some people don't want to be touched, and that's just, and you have to gauge the situation because everybody is different, and having respect for that. And you can even ask, like, do you mind if I just touched you lightly? And but you can also gauge it if you do touch them and they scoot back, that could be like, oh no, I don't like that. But if they engage or if they stay close and it doesn't seem to affect them, it would be okay.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah. Do you mind if I touch you lightly? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. It's good to see you. Hey.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing. Do you mind if I
I
hug
don't
you
mind.
lightly?
I don't mind
Okay.
at all.
Thank you. It's
You
good.
don't have to hug me lightly.
It's good to see you.
Hey, it's good to see you. I like your shirt.
Thank you. Yeah. This is actually my favorite shirt. I got it when I was 9.
Oh wow.
Just don't look at the cameras. It's just like you and me here.
Okay.
Don't look at the camera guys. No, don't look at them. It's just like me and you. I know this is kind of weird, like doing this with me. I thought I'd turn that off. What are some good examples of thoughtful yet non-sexual compliments?
Are you asking towards each woman and man, or?
I think more for men to women.
Man to woman. I think you can just simple ones that are, hey, I like the way that your hair looks. Or you could say something like, your eyes are bright today. Like what happened in today that made your eyes look so bright? Because then you're engaging their conversation and you're not maybe just saying how they look on the outside, but how they're feeling on the inside. And I think so much of society today can be very superficial in how people look rather than who they are inside.
Your eyes are really bright today.
Thanks.
What happened today to make your eyes so bright?
My eyes so bright? I don't know. I guess mascara on, that helps make your eyes look.
More about the inside.
The inside? They're bright on the inside?
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened. Maybe like the sun's reflecting off of it and you're seeing it shine? I don't know.
I was trying to get more at like your heart, because that's something that matters more to me than outside appearance. It's not to say that you're not beautiful. Like, you look way better than your pictures.
Oh,
honestly.
thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. So you're not asking about my eyes, you're asking about what made my heart bright today?
Yeah, I guess I could rephrase it.
Okay.
What happened today to make your heart so bright?
Make my heart so bright. I don't know. I had a really good coffee this morning. That made me happy.
It's the little things.
It's the little things.
I met with someone recently learning about the ways to treat women. I actually arranged an interview with a relationship counselor. I think as a man, you're kind of born with a certain level of innate sexism or some biases.
Okay.
You come into the world with those. It's just ingrained in our DNA almost. I'm not, genetics is like a funny thing. There's a lot of things in our DNA we don't actually know what's all in there. I'm just trying to work through them and go on a bit of a soul odyssey, if you will.
By, like, how many of the apps have you downloaded?
About 7.
7?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Bumble is my
Sounds-
least favorite because it's like
Okay.
the girls on there, they're supposed to take the initiative, which I don't think they're wired to do that.
Mhm.
Like, they don't really do that. They'll say, hey, like, that's all the messages you get. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
hey, hi. They'll wave. My least favorite is when they just send you a period, like just like one period, and that opens the conversation
Yeah.
so that you can start it. And it's like, that defeats the whole purpose
Yeah.
of what we're trying to do here.
Yeah. I feel like we go on the apps to talk and meet people, and it's supposed to be like a version of meeting someone in person, but you can't actually do that. So, like, in person, you wouldn't just go up and stand at someone. Like, you would say something.
Yeah.
You wouldn't, like, a period means you're saying nothing. So how do I respond to that? Or, like, on Hinge, they just like something, and I'm like, okay, say something.
I've
Use
had
your words.
girls do that. They'll just come up to you and stand there. Like, I was in a class, and before the class started, there was this girl. She'd come up and sit next to me, and she'd like brush her leg against me. And it was clear she was trying to get me to do something, like talk to her,
Okay.
initiate a conversation. Like, I'm not that dense. I know what she was trying to do, but I purposefully didn't talk to her because it's like, well, you came to me, maybe you should take the initiative
Mhm.
and say hello.
Yeah.
Like, she couldn't even say hi. She would be like the period girl on
Yeah.
Bumble,
Yeah.
And I don't really want to date a coward.
Yeah.
So are we gonna like order something?
Oh, are
Do
you
wanna
hungry?
Order something? I'm cool with just a coffee or hot cocoa or something.
I can go get you something if you want.
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
hot chocolate's fine.
Sure. I'll get that for you then.
Thanks.
Yeah, you can just keep it on her.
Everybody's watching me at the gym, and I'm like that. It's very fun.
I don't do those types of exercises. That's a little dangerous.
Oh,
I do
why so?
mostly like forearm curls.
Okay.
If you work out your forearm, you can probably see like those.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I got this
sure.
button on here pretty tight.
Yeah.
But if you work out your forearms, that's like working out your whole body.
How much longer? Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not really familiar with like all the slang. The
Yeah.
ick word.
The ick?
Like that.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing that now.
Yeah.
Riz.
Yeah. Do
Some
you know what
kid-
those mean?
Some kid the other day was like, "Oh, you got that Riz."
Oh.
Yeah.
Really? He said that to you?
Some along those lines. Yeah. I
Oh,
was
okay.
I was talking to other women,
Okay.
and I think that's where he got the idea.
He got the idea
I was
that you have
giving them
Riz.
flowers.
Oh,
And
okay.
then like this crowd of kids appeared out of nowhere.
That'll happen.
I like kids and everything. It's just some about them. They're like really immature.
Yeah. I don't like
It's-
kids.
I mean, they
I
say
like
they go to
kids.
school and everything, and they don't know who Dostoevsky is.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are they even teaching you in there?
Oh, I'm an easy ice girl. You know the weight of my heart.
Absolutely, you get more liquid that way.
More bang for your buck,
Yeah,
So-
so have you won any awards lately?
Me? Awards from.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Although I should get the gold medal for sleeping in on a Saturday because nobody can do that better than me, let me tell you.
I just wondered because it feels good to win awards, so I figured maybe.
It does. Have I won anything lately? Not really. No, I haven't really gotten the chance to be put in a position where I would win something. I don't think I've deserved it.
I wouldn't say
Either.
that. I think you're maybe being a little hard on yourself. He's the only director to ever have a profile picture on Netflix.
Oh, really?
So in a way, it's like a big deal, but it's like
It's kind of funny you notice those things.
Zack Snyder of all people, right? He
Yeah,
gets
that's
the
fair.
profile. Christopher Nolan's right there. Do you like Snyder?
I don't dislike him.
Okay.
Same with,
So you know who it is then?
yeah. And I mean, same
What
with
has he directed?
Spielberg or, I mean, I don't really watch any of his stuff that I know of, but,
Snyder.
you know, I don't hate Scorsese or Spielberg or what was the other guy you mentioned, Nolan. Like, I don't particularly dislike their work, but actually I am a fan of a lot of Nolan's stuff. So
Okay.
I love the Dark Knight series, and his new one that came out over the summer was fantastic. But
What was that called?
Oppenheimer.
I'm trying to do more acting and practice that more, but it's difficult, like getting into the mindset of someone who's different than you, you know. But I think that's probably, if you think about it, the most important thing that media gives us is cultivating empathy. Like, you read a story or you watch something on film and suddenly you're understanding the way this character works, and they may not be like you at all. They may be like a Filipino woman living in poverty,
Okay.
but you really understand them and you're going on this journey with them.
Yeah, I get that.
I can't think of a movie about the Filipino woman,
Yeah.
but I would love to see that one day.
Yeah,
If
for
anybody
sure.
can write it, I can.
Yeah, you can definitely write it. That would be fun.
What kind of movies do you like to watch?
Me? I feel like I don't like a specific genre. I feel like
I don't limit myself by genre.
genre
I
you
just
don't.
follow artists that I enjoy and admire.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, you have a really lovely smile.
Thanks.
What's the story behind the biggest smile you've ever had?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I don't know. I've never thought about it.
I don't know when that would be. I'd have to think about that.
You
But
can take your time.
Thanks. I'm hoping, because it's going to take me a hot minute. Probably when I went to Minnesota and Wisconsin the other summer with my family.
you want to start with, like, you know, what do you like to do for fun, or what's your, like, ideal
Yeah,
date?
we can.
or-
Yeah, we can change that up. Backtrack a little bit.
Yes, please.
What was that first one you suggested?
What do you like to do for fun?
Okay. What do you like to do for fun?
There was like, how to explain this? We were like out, and this was in Minnesota. We were out in like the north, up in the woods, and it was raining like really, really bad.
Yeah.
And
I also really like painting, but I'm not great at painting. I'm much better at the other two. I'm more of an active, outdoorsy kind of gal. So
Yeah, that's cool.
we all like went back to our like cabins and stuff, and the family that lives there like was going back to their home, and then we get like a text, and they're like, you should come back to the place, and there was like a ditch, and it was filled up with water, and they were kayaking in the ditch, and so we all like went kayaking in the ditch, and that was really fun. I don't know, I smiled during that. That was a really fun time. How about
That's
you?
awesome.
Did you have a when have you ever smiled brightest?
That's a good question.
Yeah, makes you think. Takes a hot minute.
Yeah, I mean, we can take a minute. I don't think there's anything wrong with silence. You know, I'm
Yeah.
comfortable with silence.
Me too.
I've had, love interests in the past that were like, oh, I'm mad at you, I'm not going to talk to you. And there's something nice about the silent treatment sometimes. You know what I mean? It doesn't really bother me.
Okay.
But
You
that's
like
a big
not getting to talk to the
that
girl.
was a big smile.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's your other one.
Oh,
That's
right
a
here
tiny
in this
smile.
moment, it's my biggest smile.
Maybe not the biggest, but
Yeah.
it's a moment.
Yeah, it is a moment.
My
there you
biggest
go.
smile.
I gave you 3. Now you have to at least try say one story.
I don't know. I don't really remember a time where I was that happy.
Okay. You never been happy? Like enough to smile?
No, I've smiled. I
Yeah?
think it's more just a decision that I make.
Not to, yeah.
Yeah, because you can't.
It makes you mysterious. There you go.
No, I mean it's more like you have to smile, right? And sometimes I just have to think, oh, I need to smile now, right? So this person doesn't
Okay.
just see a.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, I'm comfortable making this face all the time.
Yeah.
But other people aren't so much. There's another smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one. Just want to walk around there.
Yes.
All right,
Do you
you
mind
need
grabbing
help
that?
with anything?
Actually, yeah.
This?
You can
Okay,
this too.
I got this for you.
Okay. Do you mind while I get up?
Sure.
Thanks. All right. Thanks.
All right, yes. So, how was your day?
I mean, it's kind of just now getting started, but
My parents are good. My mom started a new job that she likes a lot, and she was very unhappy in her last job.
Yeah, that's
so.
cool. Do you want to go for a walk?
A walk?
Yeah, we can walk
Yeah.
around. It's a nice
Get in
day.
the sun?
Yeah, awesome. Let's do that. Yeah. You got your purse, right?
Yes, thank you.
When it comes to the end of the date, how do I know if she's wanting a goodbye kiss, and should I ask?
I think it's great to ask if they want that. I think that makes a woman feel a lot more safe, and knowing that you're not going to force yourself on her, knowing that you just genuinely want to know if she's okay and if she's comfortable and safe. I think sometimes there's a little bit of a leaning, if there's just staying, if you're taking to her at the door and saying goodbye, and maybe she'll be vocal about it. It depends on what she's comfortable with.
So do I lean in before or after I've asked her to kiss me?
I think you should ask first, and then you can maybe lean in.
Okay.
This is a nice spot.
It is. It's a little cold. I mean, we're coming out probably somewhere a little colder. That's fine.
Yeah. So I had a question I wanted to ask you, since it's the end of the date. Is it okay if I give you a goodbye kiss?
Is this for like
You don't.
Is this for like the cameras? I don't
mean,
I
it's
don't
like.
really feel comfortable.
Is it like a me thing or is it just the cameras? Because
Uh,
I wanted like the cameras to capture it, but it's not important.
Yeah.
It's more just.
The
Sorry, what were we gonna say?
The cameras, yeah, it's a little weird. I guess.
Okay, I mean we can turn them off.
Oh, well,
If you're.
the point was to
if you're
get the
not,
cameras.
It kind of was.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, you can.
Yeah, you
could
can.
High five.
Yeah.
That could
yeah,
be
we
a good
can
way.
I mean, is it okay?
Yeah,
we did a
thing,
hug
right?
at the beginning. Is it okay if I
Oh
hug
yeah,
you lightly?
yeah,
Very light? Okay.
sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much for doing
Yeah.
this, and no worries about the kiss.
Yeah.
I'm totally cool with that. It's all like, I'm big into consent and everything.
Yeah. I'd hope if you've done this before.
Yeah. It's important.
It is very important.
The important part about making amends isn't their reaction. It's the fact that you did it. They can roll their eyes and whine and complain and gossip and blah, 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 blah. The important part is that you put in the work. You got rid of your unconscious sexist biases. Should you lick your lips before kissing?
I mean, if in the event you're trying to soften them, you could. It might get the impression that you're a little bit creepy.
So don't do it in front of her.
I can't say. I maybe not. Maybe at the first date, hold it in.
Okay.
But carry some chapstick with you.
So, it's a beautiful lake, huh? I had a question I wanted to ask you, actually, since this is a date.
Okay.
I was wondering, is it okay if I give you a kiss?
Sure. Why not?
Okay, awesome.
Like right now, or?
I'm actually gonna go do something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And yeah, just wait here and
I
it'll
will.
just take a minute.
And twiddle my thumbs.
Oh, shoot.
Don't trip
Yeah,
there.
that's
Oh,
okay.
there's something there.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'll see you in just a sec.
All right.
Okay?
So am I a good actress, cameraman? Do you have a name, by the way? I keep calling you cameraman. You're really enjoying this, huh? Well, finally, you laugh. That's something audible. I'll get down with that.
Hey.
Hey, you're back. I didn't know if you
No,
just left.
I realized how that looked. I'm not running away. Like, I just wanted to. Anyway, I still would like that kiss.
Okay.
If you're cool with it,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Awesome. Yeah, that's cool.
Like right now? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go
Okay.
whenever you're ready.
Is it better to make a duck face with your lips or keep them flat?
What do you mean?
Yeah, so this is a duck face, and this is flat.
Gotcha. I think it depends on what your style of kissing and what's comfortable for you and
No, I agree.
and the other person that you're engaging kissing with.
I read in an article that when you're kissing on the lips, you should spell the alphabet with your tongue, but that often results in negative
Could you do
feedback.
that again?
Yeah, so this is a duck face, and this is flat.
Oh, okay. So I think, if you feel like a duck face would work for you, then by all means try it.
Okay, we can try that.
How was that for you?
That's okay.
Yeah, it was great for me.
I'm very glad to hear that.
Yeah.
So what do you do with your hands while kissing?
It's probably dependent on you, but I think it could just be very helpful to, if you're just going to give a quick kiss, just lean in and, maybe just keep your hands to yourself.
Maybe we should slow it down a little.
Yeah, I'm fine with
I still
that.
feel like I really
Yes.
know you, so.
That's good feedback. Yeah, we can figure that out.
Cool.
So, yeah, thank you. This has been great.
Oh.
No, we can. Yeah, do you want to grab a bite to eat still?
Sure.
All right, let's do that.
Something
yeah.
to go with the raspberry blackberry lemonade, huh?
Yeah, right. Yeah, so your eyes are very bright today.
Thanks.
What happened to make them so bright?
Good sleep, good genes, good diet.
There you go, yeah. What more can you ask for?
Yeah, I guess so.
There are still days where I feel distant from women, but I don't even think I want to have one right now. I'm channeling all my passion into my art, and I'm finding that just as pleasurable. Maslow, you lost, brother. I made it to the top of your little pyramid. The only thing I lust for now is transcendence. Self-actualization, that's what gets me going. I still get hungry, of course.
So now anytime I see someone buy mac and cheese, I'm like, poor thing, what void are you trying to fill in your life?
You know, you're actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my friend. I should probably take that. But I had a great time. You're great.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna text you later, okay?
Okay.
All right, awesome. Have a good one.
Okay. Bye. Love you.
You opened it?
I thought it was for me, but I didn't look.
What's it mean?
I don't know. Hey, careful, bro.
It's a washcloth. It's not gonna bite.
Right. Stamped.
Yeah.
What's it smell like?
I don't know. So originally there was going to be a scene in the car where I answered that call from Hugo, and we even recorded audio for it. He's telling me that he got a package delivered to him that was addressed to me. And a lot of people don't realize how difficult driving scenes are to film. And, you're trying to focus on directing and acting and keeping your eyes on the road and remembering your line. It's been a long journey to learn to forgive myself. Hello. Oh. Hugo, what are you doing?
Did I ever tell you about my Moonshine Pines audition? That cowboy werewolf drama. No? I was up for the speaking role. Yeah? Oh my god. I poured everything into it. This long rancher. I had it. They told me I had it. But then it goes to the 6'3" son of Hollywood royalty, social media ambassador, and he was playing a stereotype. That fake cowboy draw. Art is for people who can afford to make it. But you know what the wealthy don't have. A spring mattress, a vent that bombs them with condensation when they walk through them at night.
I can have that fixed for you. It's no big deal.
Conflict. It's what makes stories interesting. And I'm tired of these boring movies made by the same 7 millionaires. And I'm tired of you complaining.
I'm sorry, man. If this is a money thing, we can talk about that.
I want you to make a good movie. So far, your stuff has been out of touch. But you can't tell a good story until you have been through some pain. Ooh, damn. Come on, yeah? Oh, this is a warm-up, right? I'm just getting the adrenaline going. Because right now, I'm gonna hop in that car and I'm gonna go kill your mom. No!
Thank you so much for joining me, Hugo.
Oh, man, the pleasure is all mine.
Hugo here was the only choice for this role. It was written with you in mind, of course. So you were just incredible.
Thank you, man.
Oh, thank you.
You did an awesome job as well. Like, to be the first time acting.
Yeah, I've actually never had any formal acting training. Never took any classes or anything.
Wow. Imagine if you keep honing those skills, getting the craft done.
Yeah, I feel practice every day, in a way. I feel like I've been pretending to be someone I'm not my entire life.
Oh! That's it. That's it. Keep this helplessness. Just channel this feeling when you write your next story.
That enough conflict for me? That line there, I didn't actually say that line.
It was a really good line, though.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, really I mean, I did embellish in a few places.
Oh, come on, I'm just really bad at tying knots.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Come on, I mean, I thought if I did the bunny rabbit knot.
Yeah, that's the shoelace knot.
1,000 times. It's called the bunny.
If you tied the shoelace knot 12 times, I just have to pull the same string 12 times. That's it. Not everyone knows Cinephilia is a true story. Hugo actually did all of this to me.
Guilty.
We actually used the real creepy video, the one he left on my doorstep with the hockey mask and everything. That's why the costume looks a little different. You know, I wanted to sex it up for the film a bit.
Come on. My reasoning was that I was giving him a good material for a short film.
Which he did.
Well, yeah.
You know, it all worked out.
Yeah.
I was upset at first when I found out Hugo wanted to kill my mom. That is a tough pill to swallow, especially coming from a friend.
I don't think I would have gone through with it.
I never thought you would have, honestly.
I love your mom.
I know. I overreacted too. I could have gone a little easier on you.
I did too. I took things too far.
I did too, ultimately. But I know you were coming from a place of love, and that's what means the most to me. Stop.
Oh my God. Stop, man.
I love you too, buddy.
He's a great guy.
So that's it. That's the ending to Cinephilia, a love story. You point a camera at someone and they'll stand up a little taller. They become a lot more aware of their mannerisms and what they're doing with their hands. That's because we know film is forever. And the camera captures yourself in this way that you immediately outgrow. Cameras are a mirror. If you've ever looked in the mirror in a bathroom with really harsh lighting where you can see every pore and blemish, you become a lot more aware of your faults. And there's movies like that that shine a hard light on the way we are. But escapism is more popular. And of course it is. That's what I've always gravitated toward. You would also rather look in the mirror in a bathroom with good lighting. I know it's time for me to grow up. I've been afraid for so long of starting doing anything just because I don't like not knowing anything and I don't like feeling stupid. I know you have to be bad at something in order to be good at it, but I hate that part. You know, film is a really difficult industry to break into. Everybody's so quick to remind me of that. And I've already taken so long to get started. But it's what I've always wanted the most. I wrote Steven Spielberg fan mail when I was 7, after watching Jurassic Park. I love every part about filmmaking, even the technical, tedious stuff. I've made too many mistakes because I don't want to admit that I don't know something, that I need help. And yet, the smartest thing I've ever done is ask for help. I like making movies with my friends. I like goofing around, telling a story. That's when I feel most like myself. And I don't really feel like myself all that often, but that's when I feel it. I've had big dreams for a while, and I'm trying to accept that maybe it's okay to just live a quieter life and just do what I love. And if I'm 50 and I've never made it to Hollywood, maybe that's okay. A part of me wants to be the best, and a part of me doesn't want it to be any more than it is right now. Just the fact that you pursue your passions, that alone is enough. And don't worry about comparing yourself to others. There's always going to be someone smarter than you, more talented than you, funnier than you, more attractive. Of course, for me, that's about 0.3% of the population.